What's going on, everyone? Your time is precious and so is your money, and that's why we cover all the latest games here and think of, is it worth it? And today we're talking about South of Midnight. So straight up, thank you so much to Compulsion Games and Xbox ANZ. I was very lucky enough to get an early access code, and this entire video is spoiler free. So don't even worry about it. The point of this video is so you walk away knowing, is South of Midnight worth your time and your money? So let's get down into it. So South of Midnight is free on Xbox Game Pass. So straight away, is it worth your money? The answer is yes. I mean, first minute into the video, yes, it is worth your money because it's free, but is it worth your time? And hopefully by the end of this video, you will find out whether South of Midnight is actually worth your time playing it. So in this video, we're going to go through some pros, cons, graphics, sound design, and actually talk about trophy hunting and all the rest, so you can get a full understanding of what you're walking into with no spoilers whatsoever. So South of Midnight, let's get into it. So straight away, as an example of myself, I went to South of Midnight expecting a really good time. Ever since this game got announced with its stunning visual graphics and its platforming, I am a big sucker for good platforming, and it is here aplenty. South of Midnight does not stuff around. It is simplistic. It knows what it is, and it doesn't play around with trying to be something it's not. When the world is full of Dark Souls and hard quality games, South of Midnight is not afraid of saying, hey, we're an action adventure title that is all about story, and I love games like this. It is so refreshing to play. It still has its negatives, of course, like every game. That's what we're going to figure out. Is it worth your time? So let's get into the first stage, the gameplay. So the gameplay is, like I said, simplistic. You have your dodge, damage, standard attack, magic attack, some double jumps, gliding, and some amazing magic abilities of getting yourself around the platforming. It is spectacular what they've done here, and it is really nice. The combat can be very simplistic, slightly Devil May Cry in the button mashing capabilities, but it did not stop me from having a fantastic time. And there are enemies aplenty here. There are multiple different kinds of enemies that you learn throughout your only 8 hours of gameplay. Yes, it only took me 8 hours to finish the story, but there are plenty of enemies and plenty of combat opportunities to really master it. It might be simplistic, but for me, it didn't stop being fun. I will say, if you're looking for an expandable skill tree, South of Midnight is not that. There is very minimal skill tree and points to unlock. It's not complicated, and it's so easy to unlock everything. But a detailed skill tree is not what this game produces. But moving to the platforming side of things is really where South of Midnight shines. Platforming is the major standpoint that you will be doing in this game, and it is spectacular. It is smooth. I had no bugs whatsoever. I just had a spectacular time with the platforming. It is simple, easy, and responsive. It is just really well done here. But if I am going to talk about the negatives after talking about so many positives of the gameplay and the platforming, it can become quite repetitive. Just like I said, the gameplay is easy. It means it gets repetitive very quickly. But the repetitiveness of the gameplay and platforming does not stop it from being fun, because no matter what, the world itself is constantly changing, because the story is so heartfelt and is really the core of South of Midnight. So going into the story, it follows Hazel's journey after a hurricane devastates her hometown of Prospero. Pulled into the southern gothic reality where folklore creatures emerge, Hazel must become a weaver, a magical mender of broken bonds and spirits. Along the way, Hazel encounters magical creatures and Southern American legends. And honestly, the Louisiana kind of style here is stunning. The folklore is incredible, and I quite literally enjoyed the hell out of it. I could not help but talk to every character and think of Gambit from Deadpool 3.
You know how long I've been waiting for this? Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself here.
Or the Fly from Princess and the Frog.
By the time I introduce myself, my name Ramon, but everybody call me Rick.
I couldn't help it. It was hilarious but so authentic at the same time. After a quick tutorial, you are thrown straight into the deep end, which I love. They do not mess around. You get your abilities within the first hour. You understand the story within the first hour. They don't hold your hand. You go straight into it, which is why South of Midnight is possibly just worth your time. A short 8-hour game, but honestly, it hits hard, it hits emotionally, and it doesn't overstay its welcome, which a lot of games do nowadays. So as you progress through the story, you meet all these magical creatures, boss battles, and really go deep into Hazel's story with her mother and grandmother. It's very, very interesting stuff. I loved it. But complementing this is the gorgeous soundtrack. Now, Compulsion Games is definitely putting a lot into their soundtrack. They have a collector's edition with a standalone vinyl. That's how much they love their soundtrack. They pushed their soundtrack onto a vinyl that you can now purchase, and even got creators jumping onto the love of it. Not to mention, each individual boss has a folklore style soundtrack that actually grasps what that character is all about. I'll put a little right here in the video, but it's so interesting and just a really nice touch.
Oh, he's too pissed.
On top of this, South of Midnight doesn't hold your hand, but you can also do custom difficulty. Yes, you can go into the settings and adjust your difficulty to your liking, making it as hard or as easy as possible. And for you trophy hunters out there, you will smash these achievements. Just finishing the game alone is 50% of the achievements. So if you're a trophy hunter, you're gonna have a great time with this game. So with a short 8-hour gameplay, with its hard-hitting story, minor repetitive style, is it worth your time? 100% yes. South of Midnight is 100% worth your time. It is free on Game Pass right now, so it is worth your money as well. So by all means, please pick up South of Midnight, sit down, play 2-3 nights of gameplay, and just enjoy it. South of Midnight is 100% a story worth experiencing. I can't tell you how much I love this game. It is definitely going to be up there for my 2025 list. 100% Compulsion Games, you smashed it out of the park. I loved it. But that's what we do here. We make sure we cover all the latest games and let you know right now, is it worth your time and money? And hopefully you walk away knowing that. If you did, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like, jump in the comments. Will you pick up South of Midnight? I mean, it's free. I don't see why you wouldn't. So let me know if you play it. I'd love to hear your thoughts. But thank you so much for being here. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. See you later.